Alrighty. This is the board Canadian American. As you can see before you, Sniper Elite V2. I'm gonna be playing this. Yes, I know it's an old game, they're already on Sniper Elite V4 as per the recording of this, but you know what? As my name implies, I'm bored out of my skull. I finally got to the point where I can record at about 30 frames per second with my toaster of a computer, and don't expect anything to be higher than that until I get some money to dump into this thing. Now, a disclaimer, I play this, I get focused when I play, and I also tend to rant. Now, when I get focused, I get quiet. If I see something that isn't historically accurate, because I'm a little bit of a history buff, especially when it comes to firearms, if I see a discrepancy, I probably will rant about it. So if you're looking for a comprehensive gameplay playthrough of this might not be the place for you. If you're looking for just a totally silent playthrough with nobody yakking, obviously this is not the place for you. So, yeah, take this gameplay playthrough series with a grain of salt. I'm only doing this because I'm bored out of my skull, and I need to unwind. So you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Take it for what you will. You can think what you will. If you don't like it, great. If you like it, great. I really don't care. Okay, enough blabbering. Oh, another thing is, I'm not doing a 100% playthrough. 1, I don't know where all the wine is. 2, I don't know where all the gold is. 3, I honestly don't care. I'm not one of those completionist guys. I will complete the campaign. I will not search every nook and cranny on about the 4th or 5th time playing it, because it gets repetitive and boring. The last time I seriously played this game was probably 3 years ago. So, yeah. I'm gonna start a new game. Yes. No, I'm not doing Sniper Elite. Playing this on the difficulty I have always played on, which is the enemy skills at Veteran, which is, I believe, the in-between. Ballistic realism is not realistic, so wind and gravity do matter. I enjoy that because, well, I like firearms, and I know that it will behave loosely to how it really works. But I also know this is a game, so they take some liberties. Or they just go to one extreme. That's all I can say about that. Yes, I'm going to have a little bit of tactical assistance. We're going to go from there.
Hitler's war machine, once unstoppable, was now in the retreat. The Allies in the west and Russia in the east were squeezing the tattered remnants of the Reich in a vice-like grip. Germany's last hope lay in their wonder weapons. The V2 rocket, a huge leap forward in the history of military technology. It was a weapon system to herald a new form of warfare. Inhuman. Faster than the speed of sound, it struck without warning. The Nazis launched over 3,000 rockets in a desperate attempt to reverse history. It was a terror weapon, pummeling Antwerp, Paris, and London. After the D-Day landings, their launch sites were overrun and pushed back out of range of England. But already, the Allies were looking to the future, to the next war. The Americans were gathering up the best of Germany's rocket scientists in the top-secret Operation Overcast. Many of the architects of the V2 program had already been acquired, but not all. With Berlin encircled, Germany's last-ditch defense falling back block by block, and total defeat only days away, those scientists remaining in the city would soon be in Russian hands. My job was to make sure that didn't happen.
gonna try and not talk whenever
Major
the main
General
character...
Hans von Eisenberg was negotiating in secret for safe passage for his team. 5 of the V2 program's top men. He was meeting his Russian handler at the Brandenburg Gate. This was my chance to take him out before he could seal the deal. I was prepared, focused, confident. Little did I know, it would turn out to be the most difficult mission I'd ever undertaken.
So as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. I'm not going to talk whenever the character is speaking, or whenever there is a cutscene going on, or at least I'm going to try to. I don't know, it depends how snarky I feel. Okay. Binoculars. Ooh. God love tutorials. Oh, I never realized I had a red 88 shell there. Nobody will ever see this. Has got to be the worst German soldier
Ist
ever.
deine Frau aus Berlin ausgekommen? Ich weiß es nicht. Nicht wesentliche Kommunikationen sind verboten. Wenigstens keine schlechten Nachrichten. Was war das?
Yep, worst German soldiers ever.
Von Eisenberg was punctual and made no effort to hide his ugly face.
And none of the Germans in
Neither
this
did his
game ever
Russian
look happy.
contact. I had a clear shot. The slightest pressure on the trigger, and it was good night, Major General. Just a question of choosing my moment. The square was well sheltered, so there was no wind to worry about. I had to aim one notch above the target to compensate for bullet drop. I controlled my breathing to steady my aim. And then... shoot.
In the face. Good enough.
Mann am Boden! Sicher das Gebiet!
that's a tank. Pretty sure if that's an action. I should be dead. Let's not waste any time. That guy must have been hopped up on cocaine or something. Germany's brightest, right here. Realistically, most of the first shots that happen in the torso should really be lights out. Same goes for me too. Anybody else? Okay.
Von Eisenberg was dead. I was committed now. Both the Russians and Germans would know I was in play. 4 to go.
For those who are wondering about the fluctuation in volume, that's just how the game is. I haven't touched anything on my end. Everything sounds balanced for the most part. It's just during the combat or whatever it tends to boost the volume. I don't know why. It is what it is. I'm not going to change it. I might tweak it later on if it's too obnoxious, if anybody cares to really say anything about it, but until then, I'm leaving it the way it is. So I'll do one more mission.
Intel told me my next target was Dr. Gunter Kreidel, an expert in rocket engines. He was traveling across town in an armored convoy. We believed he was carrying documents that would lead me to the V2 production facility, where the other 3 scientists were waiting. I'd identified a point on the route where I could lay a booby trap and stop the convoy. Naturally, the area was defended. I'd expect nothing less.
I have an awesome radio voice. Okay. Oh, menus. I hate these things. I never use it. I just disregard it. I'll keep using the Auth3. I do have all the others unlocked, plus a couple of DLC ones, because I have the Hitler DLC on this one, which I will be playing that mission, because there's no reason for me not to, but I will change my secondary to the MP40, simply because abundance of Germans equals abundance of 9mm for this thing. Well rod, I'm always going to keep the well rod. I always like having my options open for stealth. Whatever. Next. Now, as far as the well rod, and I'm going to shamelessly promote another YouTuber because he has fantastic videos on just old, odd, obscure firearms. I can't speak English. Born and raised and spoken all my life, but I can't speak it. Anyway. Forgotten Weapons, the YouTube channel, and he also has a website. The guy who runs it is Ian McCullum. He has a fantastic video on the well rod. I would definitely go check it out if you're interested in that sort of thing. You might not be. You might just be here for... I really don't know why you'd be here. Worst German soldiers ever. You can't see an American skulking around, what, 30 yards away? If that. There we go. Do I wait for his buddy to turn around, see his buddy dead, and then have him walk over here and off him in the face, or just shoot him? Screw it. Really? No, I never said I was good at this. Yeah, screw it. Guy has the best slicked hair ever. Now that bouncing off the helmet, I do believe. Because at best, this is a 9mm round, and where it struck on the helmet was on the side, which would definitely make it glance. So I totally believe that. And given the accuracy they give this thing, yeah, I'm not that surprised. I'm gonna keep my little perch. There's a guy. have to actually see if those 30-06 rounds deform that heavily. I don't think anybody's gonna get after me for grave robbing. Everything topped off. Yep. As much as can be expected anyway. Oh, that was not the recording, that was the game loading. Ooh. Why the Germans have 30-06 ammo is beyond me. Situational awareness failure. Touches balls. That loser right here. How much you want to bet this fails? Hey, cool, it worked. Oh, is this that stupid sniper that gets me through the window? Yeah. Ooh, grenades. Those are handy. worst soldier ever. I remember the first time I went through this game, I was skulking around, well-rot everywhere, be as sneaky as possible. I don't care anymore. Not as much as I used to. Again, why so much 30-06? Did they just suck that hard and drop a whole bunch of 30-06 for the Germans? Places inconspicuously marked explosives charge bag. Good night. He'll die. Now let's hope I don't die. Why do all these Germans have all this 30-06 ammo on them?
Der Konvoi ist auf dem Weg. Ja, ich verstehe.
Nobody saw that. Excuse me. Like we can know that. Randomly had an MG42 sitting in that window. And a Tiger tank. There's the last guy. Oh, there he is. Testicle shot. Testicle shot, please. That will be an ugly wound to heal from. There's still guys out here. Does this music just play until I get the orders? Well, let's find out. My, look at this mess. Well, that does it for this episode, video. I don't know what the hell you want to call it. Call it whatever you like. I'm done for today. Don't know when the next one will be. Next one will happen. And I will see you then. Hopefully I didn't waste too much of your time. Catch y'all later.